Hare Krishna. Many people keep on asking me, how do we develop faith in spirituality? How do we overcome our doubts? Is there a way to do that? The answer is yes. For most of the modern minded people, they think that spirituality is all about only faith and science is all about only facts. However, this is not a fact. Science also needs faith, has faith, and moves on the support system of faith. And spirituality also has facts that can be verified, perceived, tested, experienced. So, but to begin with, in any sphere of life, we have some essential element called as faith. Now, what is faith? Faith is faith is our belief in something sublime. Everybody has different faiths. They have faith in their career, they have faith in job, they have faith in some company. Everybody actually moves on the ladder of faith. Practically speaking, if there wouldn't be faith, our lifestyles would become very difficult. Right from the morning, from the time we get up in the morning, we start keeping faith. Faith in the newspaper person, faith in the news reporters who are reporting certain occurrences of certain events, faith in the breakfast that we are having, that it is for our nourishment, faith in the bus or the train that we take to move to our jobs, faith in our employer that after working for 30 days he is going to give us our paycheck, and likewise faith in our wife, faith in our children, faith in our society. So we do keep faith in some or the other manner in every aspect of life. In fact, seldom do we question at that point of time, why am I keeping my faith on these things? So sometimes spirituality has been designated as something to do with only faith, and therefore people who are too scientific minded term it as blind faith. So let us look a little bit into this aspect of faith. So there are two types of faith. One is a blind faith and the other one is a reasonable faith. Blind faith is something which cannot be experienced, perceived, or has not been reported, has not been documented, but still it in essence is a belief system. Whereas reasonable faith is something that is verified, that can be explained, that can be tested, it is reasonable. So spirituality is about reasonable faith. So there are two things in reasonable faith. It should be sensible and it should be verifiable. For example, when we go to a barber, many of us have gone to a barber for getting our hair style done or for getting our shaving done, and when we sit in the barber's chair, most of the people in fact go to sleep and they forget that there is a very thin razor which is actually shaving their neck, and a little bit mistake here and there could cost them their life. But people are so free of all anxiety, they go to sleep. So what faith is that? Is that blind faith? No, that is reasonable faith. Why? Because it is sensible. Many people in the past have gone to that barber. The barber is a recognized barber and he has been into this profession for many years, and we ourselves are verifying it by visiting this barber. So that makes our faith reasonable. Likewise, we sit in a locomotive, we sit in a train or a bus. Seldom do we go and check with the bus driver or the train driver that whether he is a bona fide person, whether he has the right kind of credentials, the license, whether he exactly knows what is the destination and how to maneuver the vehicle. But still we keep faith, right? So that faith is called as reasonable when it is sensible and it is verifiable. Spirituality demands reasonable faith. And initially, we keep our faith. The first step of faith, we keep faith in the scriptures. We keep faith in the people who are following those scriptures. We see that these people, by following these books, by following this particular lifestyle, this philosophy, have transformed their own selves into something much better. And their thought process has changed, and they are now more of an asset to the society. So, seeing some example, it makes sense to keep our faith in such a process. And then, that is the first step. Then we go to the second step in the form of verifying that faith. So we ourselves take to the path of spirituality. We practice it by following the suggested methods, and gradually we see it acting in our own lives also. In fact, reasonable faith is not only desired, but it is also essential. Else, we will just keep on doubting everything, and our life will be a full pit of doubts. In fact, people, those who keep doubts, also keep faith on their doubts. So faith is something very, very essential, very, very natural for us. The child keeps faith on the parents. Like that, and he does not question the parents whether you are going to upbring me in a proper way, what is my education system. In fact, the child does not even think about his second meal because he is very, very confident that his parents would provide him. So that is faith, and that kind of faith is encouraged. It is needed if it is reasonable. So we have to verify it. We have to be sensible. We have to see that the source of our faith is authorized, bona fide. There are many, many paths of spirituality, but one has to see that the path of spirituality in which he is investing his faith is an authorized and bona fide faith, is a bona fide path. And by doing so, by keeping our faith in such a path, we will definitely benefit a lot. So, therefore, it is very important to keep reasonable faith and not blind faith. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much.